What's up, y'all? I got another Hidden Gems video for y'all today. Today we're doing Blink and You'll Miss It. It's written by Ethan S. Parker and Griffin Sheridan. It is drawn by Keith Browning. This drawing comes from Boom Studios. Came out not too long ago. I'm getting this video recorded pretty quick. I don't know when it'll be up, but this one, Ethan S. Parker and Griffin Sheridan. They're a writing duo that came on the scene. They had a Eisner nominated first book, Kill Your Darlings, which I have not read. But I know them because they're on the Ideas Don't Bleed podcast with Matt Rosenberg. Great comics podcast, by the way. Everyone should listen to it. Great, like, creator interviews and stuff. Deadass, I think, up there with, if it's not number one, it's two behind Sketched. But they kind of worked closely with like Brian Michael Bendis and Ryan Stegman for a while on their like podcasting stuff, and then eventually managed to sneak their way into comics. Writing duos, I think, are always interesting. The way they split their stuff, if I understand correctly, is that like one writes dialogue and the other writes like a plot summary, and then the other one goes into detail. I don't know. It seems crazy. I don't know how you write. Like, co-write and not draw seems insane to me. But anyways, that's not really the point. This story is kind of like I don't know what you'd call it. What do they call it? I was going to say like sci-fi thriller. That's kind of the vibe. It's not necessarily sci-fi. Like it like maybe supernatural is a better word for it. It's a lot. There's a lot going on in this book. So this book follows, we have our main character. Well, we have like a couple of main characters that we're introduced to. We have two like older women who meet and they're confused, and one is trying to like is looking for the other, but we don't know what happened. We don't know why they're separated. They're in this small town with this insane looking church thing in there, and the story kind of goes on like a time bending kind of we like see the story kind of play out in reverse and then come back. It's wild, bro. Like this, it's a crazy ass book. Crazy book. It's very difficult to describe, but it's very like Twilight Zone feeling. Like this feels kind of like a Twilight Zone like extended episode. It's got a great setting. It's got interesting characters. I think that you can tell sometimes it feels sometimes that like some of the words on the page aren't really like adding anything. I guess they're adding in vibe sometimes. But there, especially later on, there's some like narration boxes that I feel like don't, that you could just let like the art speak and you don't even need the box there for it necessarily. Keith Browning, the artist for this, I've never heard of him before. I don't know what he was doing before this, but I think I'm a season ticket holder now. I thought he crushed it. He's got a very distinct style. He likes a lot of these. He does like a lot of interesting like hatching and like big brushy marks for his ink that I really enjoyed. But the characters are really good. The story's really good. The like concept behind it. Again, I don't want to say too much because I feel like part of the fun of this is going in blind and not being sure what the fuck is going on, like figuring it out. But there's like really cool ideas in here. I think that the art and the way it interacts with some of the more supernatural effects in here is really smart. Like he does. Like stuff like this, I think is really cool. How it like bleeds in between panels, and it's kind of both and neither is something that comes up a lot. I think the panel layouts on the pages on here, it looks like it's all just like pretty regular, but as it goes on, I think it does really interesting things, including these chapter breaks, which I don't know how they showed up in the individual comics, but like these are sick, dude. It's giving Jesse Lonergan a little bit for sure, but like maybe all things should because Jesse Lonergan's a genius. It has the sense of unease that never stops throughout the entire book, where you're never comfortable, you're never totally sure what's going on. And the real strength of this book is that the mystery is never fully explained and spelled out for you, which is something I think a lot of stories are afraid to do. And it goes to show that these guys are like, that these writers, although they are relatively new writers, I just feel like that's something that's a veteran move. You know what I mean? Got some freaky stuff. Just a veteran move. Just really smartly done. Really, like, a really big idea that is pretty well executed is kind of where I land on this. I'm not necessarily recommending this as like a book that's going to change your life, but like I think that this book is better than like I don't know 80% of like comics released. Like these guys have real vision, they have like real ideas. This is like a completely original and interesting take. Like I you could compare the story to a lot of things, right? With that kind of like Twilight Zone feeling around it. It's kind of like Twilight Zone. It's kind of got a little bit of that like Midnight Mass, which I feel like I keep referencing on this channel. Maybe I haven't. A little bit of Midnight Mass going on, where it's just like freaky and weird, and we're not sure what's going on. Can't really trust anybody. How many people are in on it? How many people are not in on it? Can you trust? Like, I don't know if I trust the main character. I don't know if I trust any of her friends. I don't know, and I feel like it does it so like it's just so adept at all of those things, which so many books fuck up. You know, this never gets caught. Although I had the critique of the narration boxes before, it never gets caught over explaining, which I would always have it land on is like it has very little like exposition. It feels like everything that the characters say is very like natural. Everything that is said holds the right amount of believability, and it feels like these people would actually say something like that, and that none of it is the author communicating directly to the reader to make sure you can stick with it. Here's some more Keith Browning doing cool shit. Really cool panel layouts and stuff. It's just so full of like good ideas. Like this, if this book is just so promising, you know, like those guys, Ethan S. Parker and Griffin Sheridan. This makes me want to go and get those other books. Kill Your Darlings originally did not catch my interest, but now I kind of feel like I have to because these guys are clearly like gifted. Like they clearly have good ideas, you know, and like fresh takes, which is really all I want. Really, I feel like comics, the number one thing you're looking for is something that doesn't feel like something else, you know, which, you know, is really vague and hard to quantify when you're reading a lot of these books, especially if you're reading a superhero book. Good fucking luck, dude. Read one of those that feels different than the other ones. They're like trying to be the same book over and over again. But it does so much in such a short amount of time. It reminds me of one of my favorite guys is Cy Spurrier, who I think does this really well, where he'll do just like a normal trade paperback, and it's just like so full to the brim with cool stuff, and is so like executed to the fullest degree. Like when he's done, you're like, there's nothing else anyone could ever do with that story. And this book isn't like that, but it's kind of like the inverse, where it's like it's left a lot on the table, and that's what's so like beautiful about it, is that it hasn't completely spelled everything out. And there's kind of like an air of mystery. There's a lot of things we don't understand. I don't think this is coming back for a second book. I don't think this is a series, and I think it's much better for it. They're just going to put it out there and let it stand on its own. I have not reread this book, but I'm sure on a reread that it's like you pick up more and more. This feels like a very rereadable book. And I feel like that goes to show like how carefully this has been crafted and constructed. I'm worried I'm going to go too far. Here's some more of that cool Keith Browning art panel stuff that he does so well. I really like this book, man. I just feel like, even though it's not like, you know, a Mount Rushmore book for me, I just think that if this is what was getting put out all the time, we'd be in a much better place. You know what I mean? Like, it's inspiring. It's really good shit in here. Ethan S. Parker, Griffin Sheridan, I might have season tickets to. I definitely am going to be looking out for Keith Browning on the next book they do. I know they did a Godzilla book, Escape the Dead Zone. They're doing some Marvel stuff. I'm not buying that shit no more, bro. But I'm going to have to go back and check out Kill Your Darlings. I enjoyed this book quite a bit. It's definitely worth the money. You know what I mean? If anything that I said on here, like, caught your attention, if you like the kind of unclear, time-bendy, mystery, thriller, there's a little bit of horrific stuff in there, especially with like the imagery chosen, you should get this book. Blink and You'll Miss It is really good. I don't know if any of this video made any sense. It's hard to talk about, and that's the best compliment you can give a book like this. You can't really explain it. There's not really like an elevator pitch, but it's quality, dude. It's quality. It can't be contained in 1 to 2 sentences. I can't give you the pitch without, I feel like, you know, kind of ruining the book, but It's really good. It's really good. I'm also a sucker for anything that's like vaguely time travel-y, so maybe I'm a mark for this. We'll see how it goes. Either way, I think you guys should check it out. Thank you for watching the video. I should start with. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. If you guys have any kind of let's qualify it as like a Twilight Zone-y sci-fi book. I'm always looking for those. I'm a fan of like a supernatural kind of like thriller or like mystery, as long as it's not too scary. Because you know I'm very sensitive. I can't be getting scared for real, for real. Please leave it in the comments below. If you want to support me, I sell my own comics and my own art at lior.com. You can catch me on Instagram, goldmouth_Lior. I'm on TikTok too, and I just basically post all my drawings and stuff on there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.